You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go!
All right, yo, man, 15 Minutes of Fame. And you know what? Let me make sure that I make a public announcement. I know there's a generator going on in back of me, but they don't understand. Like, this is the only spot right now that we could actually do interviews.
I shut the venue down with my rounds. The power went out. They had to kick it back on, but yeah.
Crazy shit, man. Welcome to Milwaukee.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Welcome to Black Ice Cartel. Woo. Well, thank them, not me. I mean, they brought you out here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And your first time in Milwaukee, your first time on Black Ice Cartel, and your first time battling in a cage.
Yeah.
How did that feel?
Incredible, bro. I've been doing this for 11 years on camera. I've been rapping for 20, but as far as battling, I've been doing it for over a decade. I've never experienced anything like today. It gave a brand new feeling, like a reviving type of feeling to just, you know, it just gave a certain intensity too. I know a lot of people would probably look at the cage as intimidating, but I walked in there and I wanted to rip that shit open, bro, like with my bare hands, man. I couldn't wait to get in there. The environment is great. Black Ice is great. The way they do business, the way they hold the venues down, like the whole nine, bro. It's just an experience that I need to have again. I'll be bothering them after today.
And sure. Again, man, I'll reiterate this, man. I said it earlier, the danger zone, and I like the cage thing. You know, I don't like people being on stage by themselves battling without the people on stage. It's like
right.
that feel.
Right.
This, even though y'all were in the cage by yourself, the people surrounding the cage gave it that effect.
The cage
and it just, I
felt
loved it.
alive.
Yeah, I loved it.
The cage felt like the crowd. It felt like the crowd, bro. It's just, yeah, and like there was no feeling of not, like we were surrounded.
Yeah.
And the cage is way smaller than it looks.
Mm-hmm.
Way small. Like obviously I was watching Bamkhead and watching cage battles before this, and it looks way bigger. And you get in there and it's so
close
intimate,
quarters.
but it drove me like even more to go crazy because it made it super intimate. And
you went crazy. Both of y'all went crazy. Good back and forth, like I told him.
It's one of my better performances in a while, honestly. And I think, honestly, I've been dormant this whole year. Like, I haven't been active at all. And the Real Deal battle got me back in the swing of things, but I knew the second I started writing for Bamkhead that I needed the Real Deal battle first to knock off all the whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
right.
Whatever my thoughts of crafting rounds, how I felt, and it just showed, man. Like I haven't been so okay with my material before a performance than this one, because I knew how strong all my rounds were. And you know, this is one of those ones where it's like it doesn't matter who's the winner, but again, to me, and I've been doing this for a while now, I just feel like there's always two rounds that overpower my opponent. And I just feel like that, you know, that was one of those ones.
That's all you need to feel like you won anyway, right?
And Bamkhead put me up against the wall in the first because before I got on stage, my first was my best round.
Oh.
My first was my best round in my head. And I was like, I even made a video. I dropped a video on YouTube talking about how if he survives the first, I'd be surprised. And then boom, flash, and now my back is up against the wall, and I have to survive.
I gave him the first and gave you the second. That's what I told him too.
Right,
so,
yeah. And you know, it was just, that's one of the better battles I've been in. That's definitely up there as far as this year, as far as the best battles. And it's just one of the dopest back and forths I've ever been. I never battled nobody like Bamkhead. Someone that not only matches my energy, but overpowers it. That someone louder than me, someone more intense than me, and it was just a perfect style clash, man. I would beat the shit out of him, and then he would beat the shit out of me, and we just kept fucking each other up to the end of the battle. So
good back and forth.
Oh yeah, great back and forth, amazing battle. Easily, like, yo, I'm not even a prisoner of the moment. Like, that's the dopest experience I've ever had in battle rap. 11 years. That's the dopest battle I've ever been a part of.
Shout out to Black Ice Cartel, man.
Yeah,
we're gonna talk more later on.
Yeah, before we get kicked out.
Yeah, before we get kicked out and can't get back in.
Yeah.
My man Mike Pete.
Yes, sir.
My man, thanks, brother.
Thank you.
Minutes of Fame.
You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go!